Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Just Another RC podcast. Today is episode 15. I'm joined by Barry Abbott, who is National Fifth Scale On-Road Champion. I believe that is your title, if that is that correct?
Yeah, 2025, yeah.
Okay, would you like to introduce yourself for me?
Hi guys, Barry here. Most of you know me from Boughton Raceway and Primrose Valley Model Week. To the Boughton Raceway being the venue that I operate and organise, and Primrose Valley Model Week is one of my little babies that I've been organising for several years now. But I will know some of you from trackside as well. Also, however, I don't do as much off-road racing now, mainly on the on-road scene.
Okay, cool. So I noticed that we've got a few logos on the screen. Would you like to run through the logos that we've got? So I'm not entirely sure if you can see my screen or not, because of the way we got it set up. So my top left-hand corner above your head, we have Team Mecatech UK. Then across the bottom, we've got 2521 Mecatech Racing Components and R&L Carbon. If you'd like to run through all of those, that'd be great.
So Team Mecatech UK is the UK sole distributor of Mecatech Racing Components, who are an Italian brand, Italian company. Team Mecatech UK is owned and operated by a good friend of mine called Tyrone Quinlevan down in London. He imports everything Mecatech related and not just the cars, but also supports everything sort of fifth scale related. So tires, engines, ignition kits. He has good working relationship with some good engine tuning companies in Italy, Abbott engines, for example. Imports Abbott engines, PMT tires. Has a good relationship with RL Carbon, which is one of the logos at the bottom. A guy called Luca Raoli from Italy, who makes various carbon fiber components and also does CNC machining, so aluminium components as well. All of which are sort of aimed towards the fifth scale market. So I'm sure some of the regular listeners who are obviously mainly 10th truck drivers, probably not too familiar with any of those brands, but certainly they produce some high-end quality out of it, well, top quality equipment out of Italy. 2521 is another one of our suppliers for Team Mecatech UK. So 2521 is operated by a guy called Stefano Gandini. He makes molds for fifth scale body shells, supplies tires, a few other little bits and pieces. But he's another supplier to the UK, and obviously Mecatech Racing Components, which are the brand of car that I race. I race a Mecatech. I would like to show you a complete car. Unfortunately, I am in preparing a car ready for this weekend's national, so it's sort of a quarter of a car at the moment.
That is very shiny.
It's undergoing a full rebuild and polish and inspection. So its front end is done, as you can see, but
look at those nice brake calipers. Look at those. How many pistons are in those brake calipers?
Proper little hydraulic twin pot brakes, hydraulic brakes with I don't know if you can see the master cylinder on the side there. Operates on DOT5 brake fluid. We have disc brakes front and rear. Obviously two-stroke engine, highly tuned. As an example of an engine, this is the Mecatech Top Gun engine. This is probably one of the, well, in my opinion, the best engine on the market at the moment.
What cc is that engine?
Big expansion chamber on the exhaust there. This is 23cc. So the class that I race, two-wheel drive class, we're limited to 23cc. That's highly tuned 23cc two-stroke engine, K1 ignition kit in it, which is probably one of the best racing ignition kits you can buy. Very capable engine. We was racing in France a couple of weeks ago. We were clocking fifth scale cars on the straight at around about 100 kilometers an hour. So 60 miles per hour-ish down the straights, which for a 10 kilo car is it's going some.
Yeah, I'd just like to make a quick apology there. I've just seen on my screen that my blue t-shirt is looking damp in various places. I've got some dark spots. I do apologise that we are recording on Tuesday. It is a very, very hot day. I have not long come out of the shower, so I am clean. It's just it's seriously hot. Right, going back to so I can just see like the damp patches. So
You got me paranoid now. I'm checking mine. Yeah, I'm probably sweating. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sweating buckets as well.
you still look dry, right? So I noticed obviously we've got the brake calipers on there run by a servo. I'm guessing that we can use that uses two servos, so you've got bias front and rear, so you can also see brake performance between the front and between the rear.
Yeah, it's a shame I haven't got a complete car. I'll have to show you on another day. So we use this is a radio tray that I'm currently building up. I don't know if you can see this very well. So we use 4 servos. We use 2 on the steering in the center there. We use a servo on the third channel for, well, it's technically channel 1, but we use throttle and rear brake on one side and front brakes on the other side. So we use 4 servos in total, and then we do sort of brake mixing through the transmitter, so we can set up a brake bias between front and rear, which is actually something that we play around with in fifth scale. We play around with it a hell of a lot. Getting your brakes right is very, very important with a fifth scale. Like I say, with a 10 kilo car, trying to slow that down, it's, you know, you've got to get your brakes right. Depending on
Yeah,
the track condition, we're sort of, you know, in the UK, our tracks are quite slick. We don't have anywhere near the same grip as what we have in Europe. So getting your brake bias right is key. So you're always sort of fiddling with your brakes during a race day. It's one of the big tuning sort of options that we have. And then obviously as the grip improves, or if we're racing abroad, for example, European tracks are far more grippy. So we play around with the brakes quite a bit.
wow. So yeah, that's pretty much like a real car. I think it's obviously on a real motorsport car, not like a bit more like than your everyday car. So if we look at certainly rally cars, we have front and rear master cylinders.
Yep.
We can alter the brake bias on it. If I was to put the CC of that engine into perspective for the size of the car, how long the car's about 2 foot long, isn't it? Realistically, 50
Yeah, you
centimeters
know,
long. Yep.
yeah,
So if we was to say that engine at 23 cc is half the size of a moped engine on something that's that small, but goes obviously because the power to weight ratio goes a lot better than a moped.
yeah.
If people can kind of imagine like a moped engine, half the size but on steroids, that's sort of the engine that's powering, or sort of like maybe your average strimmer size engine. That's still a
It's like
decent size
strapping,
engine.
it's like strapping a moped engine to a push bike frame.
Yeah,
So your power to weight ratio is pretty impressive. It's a misconception where people tend to think that fifth scale is slow, heavy, not very nimble. They're you know, they're a bit lazy. Back in the day, the old cars, yeah, maybe they probably were a little bit like that. But modern cars, like everything, they've evolved. And yeah, as you can see from just the small amount of car that I could show you then, you're not going to get anything closer to a full size racing car. It's
yeah,
Everything is literally adjustable as per a full size racing car, and they are very, very fast now, very quick off the mark. They're not slow anymore. The clutches over the years have improved, so where you used to get a lot of bog on the engine, don't get that anymore. You can get instant zip off the engine. We use limited slip diffs. Our limited slip diffs, we can change how aggressive they are, so we're always changing diff settings. Um, the cars themselves, like I say, you won't get anything closer to a full size vehicle, full size race car. It's blown my mind a bit. I've only been involved with it for a couple of years, but the setup and the engineering in it is just unreal, and that's what I like about fifth scale so much. Actually, it's the actual engineering and the setup that goes into it, and the setup is sort of the way you get a feel for the car as well. Every setup
yeah.
change you make, you can notice a difference. With other classes, sometimes you change, you make a couple of changes, you put the car down on the track and you think, has it made a difference? Has it not made a difference? Certainly with this, whenever I make a change, generally you go on track, you can feel straight away what it's done to the car.
Fantastic. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little comfort break. So we'll stop the pause recording there a little bit,
Hmm.
and then we will come straight back into. We'll have this as a part one and a part two. Okay, thank
No
you,
worries.
listeners. If you want to tune into the part two, that'd be fantastic. We're just going to take a quick comfort break because obviously, with the weather conditions at the moment, we need to bang some fluids down our neck. So I'm just going to go and grab a quick drink. And what we'll do is we will we will record a part two, and part two will go out exactly the same time. Or I might leave it a couple of hours before putting them out. Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for listening. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much.